Hey there, ladies and gents. My name is Chino, like the pets, and today I'm going to be talking about the Thursday Boot Company and my personal experience with them buying their specific model called the Captains. I'm going to make this in a PowerPoint presentation, so it's both easy to walk through and very detailed for you guys. So I hope you enjoy and find this useful. So a few things about the Thursday Boot brand. It's 5 years old right now, and it has a lot of good YouTube reviews, like stellar. They have a great value to price point ratio, meaning because they're a direct to consumer brand, that also means they can pass on the savings to us. So instead of paying for a $300 boot, you can get that same quality for $200. On the Goodyear Welt Reddit, they don't say that it's a $600, $400 boot per se, and you're buying it for $200, but their conclusion is that it's a great $200 boot which has great value. The durability is around 2 to 3 years if you don't really take good care of them. As any boot, if you don't take care of it, it will grow older. But around 2 to 3 years is the lifespan of this boot. So it's not really a boot that you buy for life. It won't last you the next 10 years. But it is a lot more durable than those $70, $100, even $150 boots that you might have to replace every season or every year. Alright, now they call it the Thursday drop. Their insoles are an EVA Durastrip, so this makes it as comfortable as a sneaker, but at the same time, that compresses over time and becomes hard and just becomes a little more uncomfortable on the footbed. So just a good thing to note. Alright, now let's go through the features of the Captain. So, number one, they are fully gloved leather lined. So that means it's soft to the touch, and more importantly, what I look for is that it doesn't stink because it's leather. The reason sneakers stink is because they're cloth and cotton, so your sweat gets in there and it just stays and maybe rots or breeds bacteria. But for leather, it's much harder for that to do that. There's premium flat waxed cotton laces. They just look really nice. That's about it. Now the Goodyear Welt construction. I feel like this is definitely marketed by Thursday Boots properly. Basically, this is the construction between the outsole or the sole and the upper of the shoe. There are three main methods for shoe construction right now. The first one is cemented, so basically the sole and the upper are glued together. And when the time comes and your boots get older, your shoes get older, if they're cemented, you can't really do anything except buy a new pair of shoes. Now, for the Blake stitch construction, which is number two, this is where it becomes very resolable. So you can bring it to a cobbler, and if you really like the leather that you've broken in for years and scratched up, and it has a lot of character, you can actually keep the upper and preserve the shoe and just replace the sole. Now, the Goodyear Welt construction is the same as the Blake stitch construction, but taken one level higher. It's very water resistant, and also at the same time, it's resolable. Next is the studded rubber outsoles. It gives you extra grip you need on all surfaces. So, I personally bought the Thursday boots because of this as well. I hate boots that are leather soled because one, water can seep through them, so you can't wear them during the rainy season, fall, or maybe even winter. And two, they just look bad when leather soles are scratched up. And I really prefer this nice rubber outsole that has grip. It's basically a copy or their version of the day-night sole, which is a popular outsole. Next one is the cork bed midsole. So this forms to your feet over time for all-day comfort. Just think of it like sand. As you wear this, your foot shape gets imprinted into the cork, like sand, like a footprint on sand, and it really does mold to your foot. And then the leather upper, it provides a beautiful finish that only gets better with age. And this is also a key point where if you have a good leather and you take care of it, it just looks more beautiful and it has more character as it grows older. So, compared to sneakers where, oh yeah, it looks best when it's brand new, this actually might look better when it gets older. Alright, now I considered buying the Thursday boot captains, and they have so many choices, and then as an average guy and a first time boot purchaser, I didn't know what to buy. So I narrowed it down to blonde, old English, burnt copper, and brandy. And I'll walk you through those 4 colors, and hopefully this helps you make the choice as well. Alright, so little typo over there, it's not blonde, it's natural. Natural is a type of blonde boot, if that makes sense. So the pros are, it's the perfect mix of casual and sleek and dressy. It almost looks like a brown, so it's a blonde brown. So it's more casual, but you can still definitely wear it in the office. This is also where they use the Chrome XL leather, which is directly from Chicago, so great tannery. Cons are, the leather is a bit thinner than brands like Parkhurst, so it might not be as durable. And the insoles, they flatten, like what I told you with the Thursday boot drop. Now the second one is the Thursday boots in Old English. Now this is a really classy boot. I feel like it's a perfect mix of casual and dressy. It also makes the boot look a lot longer and sleeker, and it's just a nice traditional color that you can definitely wear with more formal outfits. Then we go on to the burnt copper. So now this is where Thursday boots puts in their rugged and resilient leather. The rugged and resilient leather basically means that you don't have to condition the boots as much. So it's definitely made for the person who wants to wear it rugged. It has a very rugged aesthetic. The leather insole does not flatten out, I hear, and the leather is also thicker with the rugged and resilient. Just a quick note about this, I actually ordered this and it came out really dark, so what you're seeing in these photos are a pair of burnt coppers that have been worn in, so they definitely look better with age, but brand new, they're pretty dark. Now the brandy. The brandy is like a lighter dark brown. It has a burnished look. It has a burnished look at the ends. So I just like that contrast, and it's sleek and also can be worn casually, but it's definitely classy. The only con here is the burnish may rub off because I hear it's hand painted. Alright, now that we've gone through the colors, how did I select a winner? Well, I'll tell you right now, spoiler alert, it took me over 2 months and a lot of experimentation, and I'll show you how that happened. So, back in January, I ordered an Arizona Adobe in 11.5. I got it, and it looked really, really, really dark. What I didn't know then was the rugged and resilient leathers, they scratch up and become lighter. So what you see in the Thursday Boots site are actually boots that have been worn in. So they have this nice aging, but the Arizona Adobe was just too dark to begin with for me. And also, I ordered it 11.5, which felt like it was a little too big. I returned it, or I exchanged it. Exchanges are pretty easy with Thursday Boots. And when I exchanged it, they actually didn't have stock for the Old English anymore, which I really wanted. So I opted for a refund, and then suddenly I realized that, hey, burnt copper actually looks really nice. So I changed my refund into an exchange, and then ordered the burnt copper in 11. So I sized down half a size, which is the recommendation because I'm an 11.5 in most sneakers. I ordered the burnt copper. It looked a lot darker. It's actually more formal than it looks in the website. So if you want to if you want a ruggedy but still maybe passable for formal look, the burnt copper is definitely the go-to color. And then I felt some heel slippage still. I was concerned, and then I looked at Stridewise's YouTube reviews, and he said you should size down half a size from your Brannock size, not your sneaker size. So I actually got the burnt copper in 10.5. I'm sorry, I didn't get the burnt copper. I got the brandy in 10.5 because I changed colors. Now, with the brandy, one, it is the best color in my opinion. It's formal, it's sleek, but it's also casual because it has that burnish tone. I work in a corporate office, and oh my gosh, it is just the best color. I definitely recommend it. And 10.5, surprisingly enough, gave me that nice snug feel that I was looking for. It wasn't overly tight, it was snug, and it was just the perfect size. Alright, now that I've gone through 2 months and 2 to 3 exchanges, what tips can I give to people who want to buy? 5 steps, really. Number 1 is ask why you want this and when you're going to use it. So me personally, I just wanted it because I wanted something that I could wear in the winter, and look nice in the office as well without having to change into boots. Without having to change from winter boots. And because of that, I also said, hey, I want to wear it on the weekends. So I said I'm gonna wear it with jeans and chinos. So that gave me my use cases. And then number 2, I got my Brannock size at the Kolhan. They do this at any shoe store. I highly recommend that you do it. I always thought I was an 11 and a half, but my real Brannock size device size is 11. And then number 3 is order the captains half a size down from your Brannock. So I'm an 11, and then I ended up with a 10.5. The reason you want to do this is because you want to try to get a snug, perfect fit on your first go. And then if it's too snug or too tight, then you size up versus going your regular sneaker size, then going down half a size, then going half a size down, and being scared again that you have to size up. Just start from the tightest one, and then work your way up until you're comfortable. Number 4, exchange. I'm from the Philippines, where exchanging isn't really a big thing. But now that I'm in Chicago and Thursday Boots offers free exchanges and free returns, I would highly suggest making the most out of it. They don't have a brick and mortar store, but you can do free exchanges. So make the most out of it and find the right shoe for you. And number 5 is just find that perfect fit and find the color that's right for you. Personally for me, it was 10.5, which was a half size under my Brannock. I suggest you experiment until you find the perfect one. And then number 2, the color was the brandy, which hilariously enough was the last one I considered. But when you see that color and when you try it on, you'll know. Alright, so that's it for this video. I hope these tips and tricks on ordering Thursdays were very helpful to you. If you liked it, like it. If you disliked it, dislike it. And if you found it helpful or want to see more reviews like this, subscribe. This is Chino, like the pants. I'll see you next time.